Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Tristan, and today in this video what we're going to be diving into is something pretty simple. What we're going to be discussing is, again, the upcoming Navy SB Jordan 4. Don't forget, these are dropping on the 18th. I believe that's in 2 days. I just entered from a local skate shop raffle yesterday. I hope I get the dub. I'm not expecting it, but, you know, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. We have hit in a lot of the recent hype sneakers, though, so if we take an L, you know what I mean? It's like, it would kind of make sense. But, you know, hey, don't forget. W's only, as it says on the merch. Feel free to check it out down below. Here's like the little early access code. If you want to put that in the password, then yeah, you can type that in and boom, you get access. We got tees, mugs, we got some crew necks. I was actually wearing one the other day. Here's a little screenshot of it. I actually really like that one, so feel free to check it out down below. Give it a little look, you know what I mean? But yeah, aside from dubs only, let's just be getting into discussing the Jordan 4 SB Navy, which again, very, very popular release coming up on the 18th. Should be getting a sneakers release in April as well, so let's discuss if it's a sell or hold. And if now is the time to buy, which it might be. So if you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Do not forget, let's just try and hit 300 in this video. Normal goal we always shoot for. You can check me out, my IGs down below. I got the SB4s for sale. Got the brick by bricks for sale. I got the old SB4s for sale. Just check my story. We got tons of stuff from shorts to hoodies to pants to bait bags to wallets. You name it, we got it. We try and have everything. That's my goal one day, is to like open up an online store with literally everything. We're gonna do it. Stay tuned. And of course, that's our resale vision down below. Don't forget the undermarket sneakers we do every day. You guys can see we did the SB4s undermarket, and we're gonna be doing more of the brick by bricks undermarket, both of those this week. So if you guys like that, check it out. Join down below. And don't forget the raffles we also do. We're running a pair of SB4s, so someone's gonna win those for like 20 bucks. We do things like that to always keep people interested. Don't miss out. But that's it. Let's get into discussing these heaters. I love this pair. Early pair reviews tomorrow, by the way. I know it's been a bit delayed, but it should be tomorrow. Alright, so as you guys can see, we do have the screen recording up. And what's one thing that you guys noticed since last time we discussed these? The lightning bolt symbol has appeared. Now, why is that? Because if you go look at the current prices, these might be some of the best prices that we will see. As you guys can see, between a range of about $330 to $550 with 11.5, 12, 13. Those are the ones that are going for more. Why? Because they're harder to find. This is a normal thing. However, I do want to say one thing in particular about this sneaker. Now, while the big sizes 11 plus might be done in terms of dropping in price, what was I going to say right there? If you just go look at how much size 13 has moved in the last couple days, it's only moved down maybe 10, 20 bucks, while size 9 in comparison has moved down like 100 bucks. So kind of understanding that, I think the big sizes, there's just not much more progress that they may go down, right? We may see size 13 like briefly touch, like 480, 450, but when it touches that, it's going to be very, very quick. May only last a day or two. That's one thing I want to mention. But also with the sneaker, keep in mind, sneakers release in April. Also, one more thing I want to mention. Okay, so take a look at the prices that you see right now. I should have kept that up. So just take one quick look at this, right? Then go look at the pine green pair. As you guys can see, waiting might just be in your favor. You know what I mean? Waiting a bit might just be in your favor, aside from the big sizes, right? You know what I mean? Don't wait for those. But in the other sizes, as you guys can see, some of the smaller ones, 9, 8.5, 8. I mean, the Navy pair is at 360, 350 right now. I see them overseas selling at 310, 320 right now. I think waiting is in our favor. If you're a size 9, 8.5, 8, I mean, I'm a 9, 9.5. So I'm just going to let y'all know, aside from the early pair I bought and, pay the high on, I think waiting is really in your favor. Like, I'm dead serious. If you're, like, under a 9.5, like, I mean that. You know what I mean? I seriously think 9.5, 9, 8, 8.5, those can all get cheaper. I mean, just go look at the other pair. You know what I mean? Now, this isn't the other pair, right? But I think that, a couple months after the release, or once we get into April, have that drop then, right? If there's a decent amount of stock there, I feel like we could maybe see the price drop down a little bit, in May. Once the hype's dropped off a bit, we're focused on some other releases. I think it's totally possible. That's all I'm saying. I think the smaller sizes have a lot of potential to get closer to $300. That's one thing I want to mention here in this video. But if you're, again, above a size 11, I'm going to keep it a stack here with you. They're probably not going to drop in price much more, maybe 20 bucks. But yeah, it's just like with the sneaker like this, people are specifically going to be targeting the larger sizes. Resellers will be specifically targeting the larger sizes. Why? Because they flip for more. Why? Because there's less of them made. So they can flip them for more. That's really all it is. But that's what I'm seeing with this sneaker in particular, the current prices. I think we have potential, again, for those sizes under 9.5 to come down a bit more in price. But that's just one thing I want to mention. Or this is not even the right pair. Jeez. But yeah, check these out in size 10. As you guys can see, they were previously a little bit cheaper, and they've just kind of been steady over the last few days. But maybe you could say sizes 10 and under. We'll say that. Sizes 10 and under. If you want to wait a little bit, I think there's some potential for it to be in your favor. But again, if you're above that 10.5 or 11 range, I mean, if you want, again, go out the way and get them right now, so you're not going to be paying even more down the line. I feel like that's a fine approach to take. But spend a decent amount of backdoors for these. I feel like, again, if you just wait a bit, you'll see more pairs start to leak out, and that'll, again, cause the prices to drop. But a great long-term bet. Again, this is going to be a grail type of sneaker. I mean, with the green one, the red one, and the navy one, you already know people are going to be trying to collect the set, even though the red one's basically, impossible to get. There's like 200 of them that exist, so you gotta have some bread to get those, basically. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see people try and do that, or see people try and get the navy and green ones together. I think that alone, people trying to collect that set will bring the prices up over time. But also, again, this is the type of sneaker that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be looked at as a grail and be like, remember that collab, remember when those dropped. So yeah, so that's how I feel about this sneaker. It's a great long-term bet. But over the next few weeks, again, I do feel like, again, in sizes 10 and under, they have potential to get cheaper. Maybe. I'm just basing this off where we see the other pair right now in some of those sizes. But this is not the other pair, you know what I mean? So we have to see how they end up releasing this pair. We see just no dubs online, bunch of L's and all sizes, like not even people hitting the small sizes. Then yeah, we might just see these be more expensive than the other pair. There's potential for that. But I feel like the other one, again, that was the first collab. Like if anyone was to go for more, it would usually be the first version of the sneaker. I don't know. Hey, that's just usually what we see. But aside from that, great pair, really good one for the personal. Stay tuned for the in-hand review tomorrow. And let me know if y'all have gone out the way and copped your pair already. Again, if you have done that, I feel like it's not a bad idea. But if, again, you're a 9 or 8.5 or 8, I'm seriously saying maybe just wait a bit. That's what I'm doing for getting the best price for my personal pair. Well, actually, I already paid the high on my personal for the early review. But aside from that, when I go out the way and get a couple more, I'm just waiting to do that. I'm waiting. I'm seriously, I am. I mean that. And my personal prediction for these, in terms of stock that we'll be seeing on a sneakers release in April, I think it'll probably be right around under 50,000 pairs, and total global stock for these is under 100,000, 100%. Right around 80,000 pairs, in my opinion, is what we have for these globally. And again, I'm just basing that off what we saw for the Pine Green. It was right around 80,000 to 100,000 pairs for the Pine Green SB Jordan 4 globally. So I imagine these are right about the same. We've seen them reselling for literally the exact same as the other ones right before the release. So yeah, I think we're at a pretty similar position, you know what I mean? But that's what I can say about this pair. And people probably aren't going to let these drop in price as much. That's one thing I also want to say. People aren't going to let these get super cheap like the last ones, you know what I mean? I mean, the last ones weren't super cheap, but I don't think people are going to let that happen as much, you know what I mean? Because yeah, more people are going to be going out the way when they see them at like that 340 or 350 point. They're just going to hit buy right then. You know what I mean? They might not even get to that 300 point. But I hope they do. I hope they do. I think if we all just wait a little bit, I think they will. Not in this big sizes though. If you're 11 plus, unfortunately cooked. But hopefully I hit my local raffle, man. I really want my personal for these, for retail. But hey, if we don't, it's no big deal. I'm shouting out my local because I don't know, I've entered my local so many times and taken L's, and yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. But if y'all again want more content like this, anything like that, feel free to subscribe and like down below. I was just trying to 300 likes on this video. It's a normal goal we shoot for. Also, don't forget to check out some of the merch down below, man. Again, we got the tees. Y'all see that right there? You know what I mean? W's only tee. Also the crew neck, which I previewed yesterday. And of course this mug. Actually, shout out to one of you guys that caught the mug yesterday. I really appreciate that. So yeah, really dope piece. I actually used this one, a little, collectible. And yeah, rocking these right here. I should probably wear this today. Or the crew neck. That's actually my favorite piece, the crew neck. But yeah, aside from that, we don't need to mention that too much. If you want to check it out down below, again, early access code SBDunks. Feel free to just click it down below, put that in the password, and boom, you're in. You can check it out early. But aside from that, again, us at Resell Vision down below. Don't forget the undermarket SB4s and Brick by Brick Jordan 4s that we're doing this week. You guys can see some of those deals on the screen. Fire pricing right there. You're not seeing anybody with those prices online. That is what we do. Again, here in the channel, you're going to find stuff that nobody else provides, nobody else has. That is what we do over here. Plus, we're always trying to set goals. You know what I mean? That's the goal. The goal is to set goals. You get me? All right, that's everything I really need to say. Now we're just trying to rhyme and stuff. You can check me out. My IG's down below. We got wallets, belts, bags, tees, shorts, recent sneaker releases. You name it, we got it. We got everything. That is the goal. We're going to open up a store. We're going to change the game. I promise you. So that's everything I need to say, guys. I love you all. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up here on the channel. I'm trying to think of what's next other than the SB4 review, which will be tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I think we can just leave it there. That's going to be cool. So I'll see y'all then for that. Let me know. If you copped yours, do you have them in hand yet? Let me know how they are. Are they comfy? Are they as comfy as the last ones? Do they look? Are they like these? Please let me know. All right. I'll know tomorrow, I guess. But yeah. I'll see y'all then. Peace.